welcome to Koi Diaries. It's me, I'm back, probably temporarily again. Just giving the fish some air. So I hope everyone's had a fantastic Christmas and you weren't too silly last night, New Year's Day today, and you didn't go crazy last night. I think we're a bit smudged. And now we're not. So I hope you haven't got too much of a banging head. Really just wanted to do a quick video for the start of the year, end of the year, whatever way you want to look at it, to say, yeah, I'm here, I'm busy, but not with pond stuff or garden stuff. It's still looking as it did the end of the last couple of videos, although I did get me 1001 bulbs planted and some other stuff. I can't remember if I told you about that, but you'll see all of that in spring because it's going to be a massive colour. That's the plan anyway. So fish wise, as you can see, I've got both the windows covered now. I have had for a couple of months with the polystyrene which was going to go in the ceiling of the filter room. That has made an absolute massive difference to holding temperature. Unbelievable. So if you've got you've got any window, but definitely a reasonable sized window, and it's not covered, the amount of heat loss through that is unbelievable. As I say, I can't believe it. It was like night and day. The heater, when we had a cold snap a few 5-6 weeks ago, really cold, and I was struggling to hold 18 at that point. Well, I wasn't struggling to hold, it was holding, but the heater was on constant. Literally covered the windows over with that. The next day the pond got to temp, the heater kicked off before it came back on again. A few hours it was off, and then it was back on for a few hours and then off, as opposed to being just on and burning the money. So a tip there, definitely, if you've got a big window or windows and they're not covered up and you're trying to hold a temperature, cover them up. With regards to the fish, this thing is unhappy. Not sure what's wrong with it. I'm just about to do some water checks because I've had the covers on for a while, and I admit I've not been on top of my koi game and checking stuff, so I'm going to do some water parameter checks right now. Hopefully they come back okay, and that fish is just a bit moody. I don't know, but we'll see. And so we're down, as you saw, to 15 degrees at the moment. Probably going to drop it maybe another degree, maybe a little bit more. There is no food going in other than the odd, like you just saw, small hand sprinkling of food. That's all they're getting every so often, or not very often, depending on how you say it. But I thought, I'm out here doing a few, potting around out in the garage doing a few bits, and the temperature today, unbelievable, 14 degrees. I don't know where that's come from. For the next couple of days, I think, at that kind of temps. So as I say, just pulled the lid off, have a quick look at them just to give them some fresh air, and you can all have a laugh. I'll show you, but look, not done. I've been pricing stuff up as I've been doing all year. The plan is to do this January stroke February sort of time, but it's become a bit of a dumping ground. But because I can shut the door, I just sort of forget about it, really. Need to clean. I've got loads of jobs to do. That needs a clean anyway, because the magic of having a filter house is you can just shut the door and forget about it, which is exactly what I've been doing. So yeah, we're down to 15. There's no food going in. Bit of a moody fish, but on the whole, that one fish, that shower, but on the whole everyone's looking all right. Bit of flashing because the air's off. This is back. Take that out. So yeah, I'm just letting them get on with it really. I've been very fortunate with the temperatures. Although we have had a cold snap, my heater now, it's outside and all the pipework's inside. It's been night and day compared to last year when, if you remember, you've been here a while, the old filter pit with 8 miles of pipework, and I was struggling to hold any kind of temperature. Now it's working a dream. So that's what I'm going to do. Got all my little vials, can do my water checks, and I'll pop back and we'll see how they are. I'm not expecting anything crazy, possibly maybe a bit of a pH increase. I'm always around the 8, if not a bit more, but I reckon with the covers closed and the condensation, the pH may have crept up a little. Whether or not that's given the that shower a bit of a worry, I don't know. Anyway, let's get these checks done, and then I'll come back to you. So I'll catch you in a bit. I've got to double check this. 134. Jeez. So there we go. That might be where they're a bit off. So I'm going to check that right now. That was from the pond, actually. So that's pond water in there. It's just doing the pH, so that's 8.5. Ammonia is next to nothing. Obviously there's not a lot of food going in, but there is obviously, the fish still excrete ammonia. And I'm still waiting for my nitrite one. But looking at that, that might be why I got Mr. Moody. So I'm going to check after my purifier. I'm going to check that. I have got some more carbon, so if needed I can change it out again. Joys. Right, so let me get another empty vial, and then I can check the water that I'm putting in the ponds. I'm bloody poisoning them by putting probably chlorine in. Anyway, I'll do that check now, and I'll come back. Bye. I think that's quite possibly the lowest I've ever seen it. 9. So I'm still waiting for me chlorine straight from the purifier. So this number is probably the disgusting water that I'm putting in the pond. Can't be 0, can it? Well, there we go, 24. I don't know how that's possible with the pond being 100 odd. Interesting. I might do, I've got some DPD4s, old school. I might just plop one of these in, just to see. In fact, I can use this now. Should have put it in a tube really. Now that's interesting. So do I do another test? If not, for the sake of it, I might do one more. I've got one more reagent which goes out of date in February, and then I've got a fresh box which goes out of date 2023. So I might just use that now anyway to double check that from the purifier and do one more test. I don't know why. I've got the carbon to change it. I should just get the ass in together and change it really, shouldn't I? I'm going to do one more just to clear my line, to clean my bottle, and then one more check after the purifier, and then we'll see where we're at. And then I'm probably going to know, I know what I'm doing. I'm changing that with that, because I love changing that bloody nightmare. Hey ho. Second test. Oh, 20. So there obviously definitely is some in there, and that is after the purifier. You're probably not going to be able to make that out, but there is a bit of pink in there. You can probably see a bit better like that, maybe. So, oh the joys. I'm going to tidy up all of this junk and change that. I haven't checked that actually. In fact, I'll be honest, pond hasn't been on the forefront of my mind this last few months. I've literally been doing a quick check every now and again, so I haven't done water checks 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Poor koi keeping, but you know, been busy with work and just life and all that kind of stuff, and it's just depressing because it's dark, cold and horrible, so that's my excuse. Anyway, so at least I found the problem. That's probably why my fish is sulking. God dear me. I can't even remember when I used it, but I do change a lot of water. In fact, I've just turned it down. The trickle in, whether or not the water pressure from the mains has changed, it was probably trickling in at a litre every 30 seconds, way too much, especially now that it's winter and there's no food going in. So I've turned it down. This is probably where I want to be, but obviously I'm going to turn all this off now anyway and then get it right. Okay, the joys. Join me outside emptying a big blue. Before I go outside, just thought the pond's got chlorine in it, so I need to get rid of that sharpish. That's what you need. Probably can't even read that because it's too bright in here. Sodium thiosulfate. So I'm going to get some of that in the pond right now to nuke the chlorine that's in the pond. In fact, I need to turn this off. I don't want that on. And then change the big blue, and then I know the pond won't have any chlorine in it, and the water going in won't have any chlorine in it. Just pretty much created myself a job by doing the water test, but I suppose if I hadn't have done that check, then the fish would have been way more annoyed than they probably already are, and getting worse over time. Hey ho. Not sure how well that's coming out. That is way pink now. There's 3 tablets in there because they were in the other. Yeah, I'm not sure that. Look how pink that is now. It's been, I don't know, 6-7 minutes, something like that. So yeah, job to do. Not quite. I thought, since I was in here digging around with stuff and making an absolute mess, as opposed to just being a normal mess in here, I've given the drum a quick jet out, D&J, see, and then I was just checking all my spare stuff, and I said I had a spare box of the chlorine ones. It's not chlorine, it's the bloody nitrite ones. If that'll focus, it won't focus, but it's the nitrite ones, which don't go out of date till 2025. So I knew I had a box of something somewhere, because the box reagents for the chlorine are the same size. So I need to order one of them when I finished in here. Welcome back to filming vlogs. Anyway, yeah, mess, still messy. One day you'll come in here and it will be pimped. I'll tell it definitely. Dare I say New Year's resolution? That gives me a whole year. So I'll probably, even at my speed, get it done in a year. Who knows? Anyway, right, time to get mucky and messy outside with carbon. Woo! Done. Just rinsing it through, clear any dust. For some reason now that's leaking. Might be because the tap's on full bore. Anyway, that's been on for about half hour. I'll turn that off in a minute, or down should I say, to my desired flow. Whew. Busy afternoon. So, as quick as I'm back, I'm now saying bye. That's me done for this vlog. I'm not going to say week, I'm not going to put myself under any pressure. I'm just going to see what happens. So, weird, the fish do seem to have changed slightly ever since I've put the sodium thiosulfate in. Seem a tad happier. But I need to order myself some more check kits just so I can be 100% certain that's all gone. Some reagents for me, Hannah. Anyway, it feels a bit weird doing all this again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, not next week, because we know what I'm like. I'm rubbish, and especially as it's winter, I don't want to be. I'm still reeling all the money I spent last year, so that's why I'm taking a bit of a back seat as well. But I'll catch you next time on Koi Diaries. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you in the comments below. Do you remember that? You used to leave me a little comment and I'll reply now and again. I'll speak to you below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. See you soon.